Your horse is standing at the fence right now, watching you walk away. Ears soft, quiet, calm, and you'd swear that horse is content. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A horse can be quietly breaking on the inside and show you almost nothing on the outside. Because horses are prey animals, hiding pain and hiding fear is how their ancestors survived. So the damage stays silent, until one day it isn't. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 6 mistakes that quietly wound the horse you love. Not cruelty, not neglect. Small, everyday things that good, caring owners do without ever realizing the cost. And number 6? Number 6 is the one almost every devoted owner is guilty of. The one that can undo months of trust in a single moment. Stay with me. Because once you see these, you can't unsee them. Let's get one thing straight first. Breaking a horse's heart isn't a poetic exaggeration. Research in equine behavior tells us horses form real social bonds, feel real stress, and carry emotional memory. They just can't file a complaint. They can't cry. They can't tell you this hurts me. So they do the only thing a prey animal can do. They cope, quietly, and we mistake that quiet for happiness. Here's the first mistake, and it's hiding in plain sight in most barns in the country. Mistake 1. Leaving your horse alone. A horse standing alone in a paddock looks peaceful, grazing, no drama. What could be wrong? Everything. Horses evolved to live in groups. For as long as there have been horses, safety has meant one thing: the herd. More eyes to watch for danger, a body to stand beside, another animal to groom and rest with. Isolation isn't just lonely for a horse. To their nervous system, it registers as unsafe. And chronic unfaith is a slow, invisible stress. This is why a horse kept alone often develops habits owners can't explain. Pacing the fence line, weaving side to side, calling out endlessly. We label it bad behavior. It's not bad behavior. It's a distress signal from an animal whose deepest instinct is being denied. Here's what surprises people most. A horse doesn't always need another horse in the same field to feel this. Even being able to see and touch a companion over a fence can change everything. Companionship is not a luxury for a horse. It's a survival need wired into their brain. So, if your horse lives alone, that's the first thing to look at. But loneliness isn't the only thing we misread, because there's a state that looks even calmer than a lonely horse, and it's far more dangerous. That's mistake 2. Mistake 2. Thinking a quiet horse is a happy horse. We love a well-behaved horse, the one who stands like a statue, never spooks, never argues, does exactly what we ask every single time. We call that horse a dream. But here's the misconception that could change how you see your own horse forever. Sometimes, that perfectly quiet horse isn't calm. That horse has given up. There's a state animal scientists describe as learned helplessness. It happens when an animal faces pressure or discomfort it feels it cannot escape, over and over, until it simply stops trying. The fight goes quiet, the eyes go flat, and to us, from the outside, it looks like the best behaved horse in the barn. Think about that for a second. The horse we praise for being so easy might be the horse who stopped, hoping anyone would listen. So how do you tell the difference between a truly relaxed horse and a shutdown one? Look past the stillness. A content horse is soft and responsive, ears that swivel with curiosity, a body that's loose, a horse who engages with the world. A shut-down horse is dull and disconnected, a fixed stare, minimal reaction, a strange emptiness. Same stillness, completely different meaning. Once you learn to read that difference, you'll notice it everywhere. And it leads straight into the next mistake. Because a huge part of what pushes a horse toward that shutdown is something you might be doing without knowing it. Mistake 3. Being unpredictable. Here's a question. What do you think a horse fears more? A firm, consistent owner, or a gentle but unpredictable one? Most people guess the firm one. They're wrong. To a prey animal, the most stressful thing in the world isn't pressure. It's not being able to predict what happens next. Horses are pattern readers. They settle when the world is consistent. Same routine, same signals, same reactions. For a horse, a predictable world is a safe world. Now picture the owner who's warm and patient on a good day, but tense and short on a bad one, who rewards a behavior on Monday and punishes the same behavior on Thursday. That owner isn't cruel, they're human, but to the horse, the human they depend on has become a coin flip. And a coin flip is terrifying when it's your source of safety. This is the mistake almost nobody talks about, because it doesn't feel like a mistake, it just feels like a mood. But your consistency, your steady hands, your predictable timing, your reliable yes means yes and no means no, is one of the greatest gifts you can give a horse. It tells them, the world is safe when I'm with you. And when a horse feels safe, they start to show you things they'd normally hide. Which matters enormously, because there's one thing horses hide better than anything else on earth. That's mistake 4, and it's the one that quietly costs horses the most. Mistake 4, missing the silent language of pain. Your horse is being difficult, pinning the ears, refusing a jump they used to love, grumpy for the saddle, fidgety, girthy, resistant. And the natural human reaction is to think it's an attitude problem. Here's the correction that could genuinely save your horse. In horses, a sudden change in behavior is far more often a change in comfort, not character. Remember, horses are prey animals. In the wild, showing pain marks you as the target, so evolution built them to mask it. Your horse will carry discomfort silently for a shockingly long time, and the first thing to slip out isn't a limp, it's a mood. Ridden horse pain research has identified a whole cluster of subtle behaviors. Tension in the face, tail swishing, reluctance, resistance that owners routinely read as naughty when the horse is actually saying this hurts. So here's the new rule to live by. When a good horse suddenly turns bad, don't reach for a bigger bit or a firmer hand. Reach for the vet's number first. Rule out the body before you blame the mind. Because the horse who's acting out is very often the horse who's quietly asking for help and getting punished for it instead. Now, once you understand how much a horse hides, you start to understand something bigger about the bond itself. And that's where the next mistake lives. The one about how we try to show our love. Mistake 5, using treats to paper over an anxious relationship. We want our horses to love us, so we reach for the thing that feels most like love to us. Treats, cookies, a pocket full of carrots. And here, I need to correct something you've probably heard. Treats are not the enemy of a good bond. Actually, the research points the other way. When horses are trained using food rewards, studies have found they learn faster, and they hold on to a positive memory of the person who trained them, even months later, with no contact in between. Some horses even carried that good feeling over to brand new people they'd never met before. Used well, food reward is one of the better evidenced ways to build trust, not a shortcut that backfires. So what's the actual mistake? It's reaching for the treat to paper over a relationship that's already anxious. A worried horse doesn't stop being worried because your pocket is full. When the safety underneath isn't there, the treat stops being a reward and becomes a bribe. And a bribe teaches a horse to search you for food, not to feel safe with you. Because here's how bonds actually form between horses, and it's quieter than the leader of the herd story you've been told. Bonds don't come from one animal dominating the others. They build through many small, predictable, low-conflict moments, grazing side by side, sharing space calmly, being near each other without it ever turning into a fight. A horse comes to trust the individual, who is, again and again, easy and safe to be around. So keep the treats, they work. Just build the safety underneath them. Be the person who's calm, consistent, and easy to share space with, and the treat lands on top of real trust instead of standing in for it. Get that right, and you build something remarkably strong. Get it wrong at the worst possible moment, and you can shatter it in seconds. That brings us to the 6th mistake. The one I promised at the very start, and the one that breaks a horse's heart faster than anything else on this list. Mistake 6. Breaking trust in a single moment of force. You spend months building a relationship, patient groundwork, gentle handling, a horse who's finally starting to trust you. And then one day, something goes wrong. A trailer that won't load, a vet visit, a moment of frustration, and we force it. We push through the fear instead of working with it. Here's why this one cuts so deep. Horses have powerful emotional memory. They don't just remember what happened. They remember how it felt and who was there when it did. Research into equine social cognitions suggests horses form and hold on to emotional associations with specific people for a long time. So when we override a frightened horse, when we flood them past their panic instead of helping them through it, we don't just win that one moment. We teach them something they won't forget. The human I trusted became the thing I feared. And a bond that took months to build can crack in a single afternoon. This is the mistake almost every loving owner makes, because it happens in the heat of a hard moment, when we're stressed and out of time. But it's also the most preventable. The next time your horse is truly afraid, remember this: your job in that moment isn't to win. It's to be the reason they feel safe again. Slow down. Give them a way through. Let them choose to trust you, instead of forcing them to obey you. That single choice, over and over, in every hard moment, is the whole relationship. So there they are, the 6 quiet mistakes that break a horse's heart. Leaving them alone when they're built for the herd. Mistaking a shutdown horse for a happy one. Being unpredictable when they crave a world that's safe. Missing their silent language of pain. Leaning on treats to cover an anxious relationship instead of building safety first. And forcing them through fear in the moments that matter most. None of these come from a bad owner. They come from a human one. And the fact that you watched all the way to here tells me exactly what kind of owner you are. The kind who wants to get it right. So before you go, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 did you catch yourself doing? Be honest. Number 3 got me for years, and I'll bet I'm not the only one. Drop the number below, because reading them genuinely tells me what to make for you next. And here's your next step. I told you horses hide their pain, but they also leak tiny signals when something is wrong. Signals most owners walk right past every single day. I broke those down in this next video right here, so you can start catching them before they ever turn into something serious. Go watch that one next. Your horse will thank you for it.